Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to Dr. Zamri. Okay, my name is Izani binti Mistar, and I am a TESOL student and currently in my semester 2. Okay, and I would like to respond on the task given regarding the 4 different types of research paradigms, namely as positivism, interpretism, pragmatism, and the last one is critical theories. Okay, for the first time, I try my best to explain all these 4 types of research paradigms based on my own understandings. I try my best to explain it in brief in terms of these 3 categories, and they are the reality of its kind of research paradigms and the methodology as well as the data presented. Okay, for the first one is positivism. All right, positivism is how I would say. All right, its finding is kind of very interesting and more in knowing the truth of the idea or the truth of the the research that the researcher wanted to know. Okay, thus the methodology carried out for this kind of research, it is more to quantitative, where the researcher would like to know the result in a concrete way, or what do we call that, in a numbers, so that the result would be very significant, and it shows the whenever the data presented in quantitatively, it is more more confident in terms of numbers. Okay, and definitely the data presented will be in a quantitative kind of data. All right, that is for positivism. Second one is interpretism. Okay, when we heard the word interpretism itself, it is definitely from the interpretation. All right, the understanding of the researcher herself or himself. Okay, this kind of interpretism, it is where the researcher really conducted the research in a very different way, where it does not but the aim is still the same, where the researcher really wanted to know the truth, but the way how the researcher conduct the research, it is more on observation, from interview, from looking at the situation, understanding it deeply, and it is more to according to the social factor. All right, and this kind of research paradigms, it is focusing, the methodology is focusing on the for the qualitative kind of data, where the researcher will deliver or represent the data in a qualitatively kind of data, and definitely the types of data will be presented in a qualitative kind of data. All right, and the third one is pragmatism. Pragmatism is a very kind of for me is very interesting kinds of research paradigm, where the researcher is focusing more on the product. Okay, or what we call that as a product oriented, where the researcher really wanted to know the truth, really wanted to carry out the research starting from zero, where you really wanted to like really fulfill what he needs or she needs in the result itself. So they are going to do it very, how am I going to explain, it's very hard. Okay, and then this kind of research paradigm is a person who are really having a very high or a very strong interest in this particular area or idea, so they are willing to produce the product rather than understanding the situation. And this kind of research paradigm, the methodology is definitely no specific. Okay, it can be in a qualitative way of findings, or in a quantitative way of findings, so it can be both. Okay, as long as the researcher can get the real answer what he or she wanted to know. Okay, the last one is a critical theories. Critical is where the researcher will comply the idea, the observation, the understanding in a very critical way, where they are going to explore certain ideas and it goes in a very critical way, and the data will be in qualitative data, because they are going to dig more and more and more. That's why they need a very deep understanding on the certain issues, and this is what I understand by critical theories. The data will definitely goes as a qualitative kind of data. Okay, I think that's all from my own understanding about these 4 different types of research paradigms. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Doctor. Assalamualaikum.